Magazine. I want to ask you about the game-defining play that your touchdown, like 70 something touchdown. Did you think at any moment of the run to go down to kill the game, or you wanted that touchdown against the Bravos?
That's a great question. On that one, actually, the long touchdown close to the end. You know, there's a rule that we have in the NFL. Like when I was there for a couple of years, like there's rules and when you want to do that. Saquon also does a great job at it. You know, who I learned from a lot. And in that situation, we talked about it. They had two timeouts. It was about maybe 2 minutes on the clock. In that situation, I knew it. Like, if I can break it, I want to take the touchdown because if I go down at any point, they can still stop us. They have two timeouts. There's 2 minutes on the clock. They could still end up stopping us and then scoring themselves. So by scoring the touchdown, we put ourselves up by 2 scores. And at the end, when we got the ball back again, we were in a situation. They still had 2 timeouts. It was 40 seconds on the clock, I think. And in that situation, I knew like one first down wins us the game. There's no need to run past it, and I stopped right at the first down. So we knew we had it. So that was that. Great question.
Hi, Sandro. First of all, congratulations for the game. I was on game for you, and this is the best game I saw you that since you come back from USA. Do you think so? The last year here, after the injury, you look like a few worse than today. Is your best game here in Europe since you returned from USA?
Um, Appreciate it. I think it was probably the best game by statistics, at least. I think there's a lot that goes into that. Of course, I feel better. Like, I know I got my speed back after my last year. I just came back from an injury from ACL. So I feel a lot better. At the same time, our O-line did a great job today. We have a new coach who really, like, once he knows that they cannot stop us in the run game, like he's gonna do what we do best, right? And last year I feel like sometimes we went back to the pass a lot. We couldn't really establish the run as much as today. Also, the receivers did a great job blocking. Sometimes when I feel like they do a good job on the inside, and I see that, I can still run outside because I know my receivers outside are blocking also, and that's what happened on the long run. Also, I think of both of them actually. So it's really like there's one thing that the Eagles coach and Saquon has been saying all last season. In the Super Bowl season, is you can't be great without the greatness of others. And today, a lot of my teammates were great. Also Gerald, who's a great running back. Like he was running really, really well. And you can't do it by yourself. I can't just do it by myself. So I need another good running back. I need the O-line. I need the receivers. Everybody to do their job. And that's what happened today. Thank you.
Hi,
Appreciate
Sergio.
it.
Congrats for the game and for the win. You attack a lot of the Frankfurt Galaxy used today a lot of run, not a lot of pass, but always the game plan was running, and keep like that. Or you change at the moment that just the coach saw that problem has Madrid in that part of the defense.
So what we saw in the game plan, I think they played a lot of 7-man box, which means they try to stop the run. So we didn't know like if we should have based on the numbers, we should have been able to throw the ball really well, and we did. At the same time, a good coach and like we said, Coach Bart did a great job today. Just like by the way, Coach Andrew Whiting did a great job in their offense by taking what they can get right. And we learned over the first half really is we did a good job in the passing game, but really the run game with our O-line, like I said, like great blocking, great running by us. Also, just the physicality we had. We just knew, like we saw, that they can't really stop the run. And once you see that, I mean, that's really what it is as a coach. As a team, like you try to figure out what we do well, and that's all relative, right? If we can do well with the run against them, that's what you got to keep doing for the rest of the game. And that's what we did, and that's what ended up winning us the game.
Thank you.
Robert, for football, do you think about defense of Bravos?
Defense.
Of Bravos.
Bravos defense.
Oh, Bravos defense.
Yes.
They play very hard. I said that last year. I think last year they gave us and they gave me a tough time by flying around. They have a lot of energy. They're not necessarily the tallest compared to the rest of the league, but they play very hard. They know their assignments. They're well coached. So I think they do a great job. At the same time, luckily we did a little bit of a better job today at running the ball. But all in all, I mean, I'm proud of the Bravos team. I think they play clean. They're not they don't trash talk too much. they don't. They just play football. You know, they not many penalties by them. They played a clean football game and they played hard. So I think Bravos are a great football team. I wish all the best for them for the next couple games. And we'll see him again. We'll see you guys back in Frankfurt, right? Sometime down the road too.
Paulo Sanchez for HA10. You did so many well things today in the game, but you struggled a bit in some parts of the game. What do you think you have to change for the rest of the season?
You know, special teams I think was a little problem today, that we missed some field goals. You know, because the snap was high. I think we saw that the one we blocked, actually we should just stay away, and then somebody touched it, and then it was a 2-point conversion for the Bravos, which those 2 points could have cost us. You know, so we got to clean that stuff up. But that's something that you learn. Like, I guess we have a lot of new guys, young guys on the team that didn't know, so we got to figure that out. I don't know about too much, but defensively, you know, I'm not a defensive player. I think there's some stuff they can clean up for sure. And offensively, I mean, the game was still not perfect. Like, we had a turnover. I think we had an interception, right? They stopped us a couple times. We think as an offense that we have so much talent that we should never be stopped by a defense. That's our goal. And they stopped us a few times today. Luckily, they didn't stop us often enough to cost us the game. But yeah, there's always some things. I know there's a few runs here and there I could have maybe got more on. There's a couple of things in general. Always as an offense, it's never going to be perfect, but that's the most important part. Is just to go back into the film. Even if you win a game, especially if you win a game, it's so important that you accept that, okay, we won the game, but we were still not perfect. Like, if we keep playing the way that we did today, next time it might not be enough. All right, so that's really what it is.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Great question.